Well, from an interactive large-scale coloring book to archival photos of one of the oldest mental health facilities in the region. That's where you'll find that and much more at the National Building Museum in the district, where we take a tour as part of my summer series on area museums.
Have you ever seen a bigger coloring book than this?
With a bit of blue and yellow, kids of all ages are coloring in the designs of renowned architect Frank Wright, giving some of his historic buildings new life.
We are in Right on the Walls. This is an exhibition that we opened in honor of Frank Wright's 150th birthday. What we've done here is we've worked with a couple of local artists who have drawn these fabulous renderings of Frank Wright buildings, some built, some unbuilt, so some not so familiar, and we are inviting our visitors to come in here and color them in for us.
Right on the Walls is one of several exhibits inside of the National Building Museum in the district.
This is a federal building. It was built as the pension building back in the 1880s to serve pensions specifically for Civil War veterans and widows, one of the largest divisions of the government at the time, but also for grand events like inaugural ball. So Grover Cleveland was our first inaugural ball here, and we had one just earlier this year. But we became a museum back in we opened in 1985. We are a museum that's really focused on all of the built world. So not just about architecture, but looking at landscape and engineering and construction and social history as well.
An exhibit of a different sort can be found at the other end of the building. Architecture of an Asylum takes a look at St. Elizabeth's Hospital and the changes that have taken place over time. You'll find evolving theories of caring for the mentally ill, as well as the later reconfiguration of the campus as a federal workplace.
This is an exhibition about St. Elizabeth's Hospital, which is a campus up in Southeast DC, built as a mental hospital back in the 1850s and has had many changes over time. So we investigate what's happened to that campus, the history of mental health as well. We have parts of the building that much of it is coming down and is going to become Homeland Security.
Soaring to the uppermost region of the Great Hall is Hive, 3 interconnected domed chambers made of more than 2,700 paper tubes. Inside the chambers are busy little human bees.
So we are in the smallest chamber of the hives. The hives are made out of paper tubes, so they have interesting sound quality. So we built these instruments, this one made out of traditional building materials, the kind of things you could buy at your local hardware store, and people are having a ball with it.
Hive is by far the biggest hit for the youngest of visitors.
I like the hives.
And tell me why.
It's just like really cool how it's so big and like there's lots of stuff in it that's like really just fun that you can do in there.
I think it was the instruments.
Why? Tell me about the instruments.
I just really like music, and I like hearing sounds of music.
And the museum is open 7 days a week and is located across the street from Metro's Judiciary Square on the Red Line. Hive is part of a summer exhibition and closes September 4th.